Yo, what's good, fam? It's your man Jay, and this is Evolutionary Comics. Back with another episode, and today is, I guess you call it, for lack of a better term, New Comic Book Day Eve. Tomorrow is New Comic Book Day, and I just want to talk real quick with you about some of the stuff that I'm picking up, some of the stuff that I already picked up in the last 2 weeks, and I just want to see what people are reading, what you're finding value in, what you're picking up, and if it's something that I'm missing, because I know there's a couple of books out there that I haven't read, and I'm really, I need to get with Concrete Comics. They're an indie company, and I have been very intrigued about their book Imani, and I think I saw like there was issues 1, 2, and 3 on League of Comic Geeks. So I'm gonna have to either go over to their website and try to copy it, but I was trying to get actual physical books, so I didn't see those. So definitely gonna have to check them out. But nevertheless, I'm gonna see what we got today, and I'm gonna see what we gonna pick up tomorrow. Let's get it. All right, so I don't know what y'all want to do. If y'all want to talk about what I got already or what I'm picking up tomorrow, but let's see what's on my pull list and see what I've picked up. So it's been about 2 weeks since I made a video, and I finally caught up. I don't know if I showed you guys before, but I caught up on all my Green Lantern joints. I want to show you all the covers because I think these covers are hella dope. I picked this one up. This is 6. I might have showed you guys that, but if you didn't see it, you're gonna see it again. Picked up this one, which I did show you guys because I told you guys that I did actually a photo shoot with a kind of similar type picture, but it was in blue, and I picked up 8. So I'm all caught up with all the back issues of Absolute Green Lantern that I needed to catch up to the story with, and so yeah, I wanted to show you all that. But in the past couple of weeks, let's see, I don't even know the order. So this is like a 2-week haul. You know, I don't want to call it a haul. It's just my pickup. It's not a haul video because I didn't like go anywhere other than, you know, my regular spots. So anyway, I picked up Ultimate Spider-Man 23. And I don't know if you guys have been reading this, but I heard that this was coming to an end. This is being written by Jonathan Hickman. This is probably one of the best Ultimate stories that's out there. I know other people have been reading Ultimate Wolverine, Ultimate X-Men, I think, a couple of other ones, but I really enjoy this one right here because it's Jonathan Hickman. What else can you say? He always does his thing. So I picked up this, and I picked up the Ultimate Black Panther joint. Definitely, this was like, you know, the first book that I read when I picked it up, and I love this one. This is being written by Brian Hill, and again, this is coming to an end as well. I do believe that the next issue may be the conclusion. So I didn't like the slowdown with this one, but we'll see how it kind of works itself out. Also, another joint from the Ultimate Universe is Ultimate Universe 2 Years In, and I haven't read this one yet. Don't know anything about what it's about, but it's in the Ultimate Universe, so I'm giving it a chance. I'm gonna read this one, and that's gonna determine whether I pick up the next one. See, they got Kang on here. Not sure if this is supposed to be Luke Cage or who that's supposed to be. But yeah, like I said, we'll figure out. All of these characters really don't look familiar, so I'll figure it out as I read. And a book that has been absolutely selling out, and I think all the comic book channels have been talking about it, especially the ones that are into the reading, not so much worried about like getting stuff slabbed all the time or the values in like certain things. But talking about value, this Absolute Joker or Absolute Batman featuring the Joker, this is going to be the first appearance of the Joker in Absolute Batman number 15. This book absolutely sold out. So I think right now, if you try to go cop this one, you're going to be in trouble with trying to find it. You're probably going to have to wait till the second printing, which I'm anxious to see what the second printing actually looks like. There's a lot of different variants of this particular book out. And I didn't get any of them. I was sticking to this one. But y'all need to check out some of the variants. I might like throw some pictures up over here or somewhere just so you guys can see, some of the dope stuff that they're doing with this particular issue. So I'm happy that I got this one. I still didn't get issue 11, which I was hunting for, so I can continue to get to reading this. But I did get the DC, I think it's called the DC Universe or whatever. I did get the little trial for that app. As my man BJ Kicks, Brandon, if y'all know him, comics are dope. Y'all go check out his channel. That's my dude. So he was talking about the different media platforms that you can read comic books on. So I decided to check out DC Universe, and I saw that the comic book that I wanted, the Absolute Batman issue number 11, which I couldn't find, I got it on digital. So I'm going to read that, and then I'll be able to slide back into reading the rest of these Absolute Batmans and catch up to number 15. I'm anxious to see how the Joker actually, I don't know if this is the Joker or what that creature is, but I've seen some of the panels, and it looks absolutely crazy. So, but that's the Joker for you. All right, so this goes with some of the other books that I just showed you in the beginning. This is Green Lantern number 9, and this is the latest one that came out. I think this one actually dropped maybe last week. So, yeah, I got this one out. And one of the things that I love about these covers is the fact that on all of them that I pick up, I get to see Green Lantern, Sojourner Mullen on those. And that's what that's my favorite Green Lantern now. I didn't know too much about John Stewart, but Green Lantern Joe, that's my chick. So I want to get as many covers with her on it as possible. And I think almost every last Absolute Green Lantern cover or book that I picked up, she's been on the cover. I'm going to check that back. And if I do, I might run it on my Instagram to show you guys every cover that I've picked up of Absolute Green Lantern. It's a dope story, but I got to catch up, so I can't tell you what's going on right now. But I'm going to catch up, and then we'll talk about it later. All right, so the next book I picked up, and I want to mention that it's some books that I was missing that kind of bothered me. And one of the books that I was missing from not last week but the previous week, I'm missing Tales of Shadow Man by AJ Ampadu, and I was absolutely loving it. I'm not gonna say it was. I still absolutely love that story, and I'm hoping that one of the comic book shops that that I frequent, that they're able to get issue number 4 for me, because it would be a shame not to to be able to get that. And I know I'm messing up because I haven't told my main comic book shop to just order it for me. In fact, I think I did. I might have told them that, but I definitely want to get the entire run of that. Don't want anything to happen to it. If it ain't nobody in right now, I think at Emerald City there's like maybe 1 or 2 other people that have a subscription to that particular book, but I need to be number 3 so I can get it, and I won't be talking to y'all about something that I missed. But to keep online with the kind of horror comic kind of stuff, to me, he is the man right now when it comes to writing horror comics. It's none other than Mr. Rodney Barnes. Welcome to the Rodney verse, and this is Crownsville number 2, and I just read this one, and man, I'm gonna tell you. So this one gives a little bit more backstory about the detective and this reporter who are actually investigating the mental health hospital there in Crownsville. So things happen, and it kind of explains a little bit more about what was going on, and I'm absolutely like completely in. I just heard also from I can't remember, somebody on Facebook, but I found out that this is only going to be a 5-book issue or a 5-issue story, which it kind of, that's a little disheartening because it's really dope. But there's another book that I'm going to talk about in a minute that comes out tomorrow that kind of will satiate you a little bit, because if this is only 5 issues, then we're going to get more Rodney Barnes with another horror classic comic book that he's putting out. But this one is absolutely dope. This is a great story. I'm completely locked into it. This is definitely something that if you like horror comics and you like great storytelling, which Mr. Rodney Barnes is, that's his thing. He is one of the greatest storytellers of our time right now. So you definitely want to check this one out. And this is Crownsville number 2, and it's on Oni Press. So yeah, y'all pick that up. All right, and Speaking of another great in the comic book industry, this is Mr. Jeff Johns, Jason Fabok, Brad Anderson, Rob Lee. This is their book called from On Ghost Machine, and this one is Rook Exodus. And this is an absolutely dope story as well. I have not read this one yet, but I'm about to read it as soon as I jump off this YouTube video. This is going to be one of the first books I read because this story has been absolutely dope. And basically, Rook is one of the many people that ended up going to this alternate, I guess it's an alternate planet, where the Earth was destroyed and they're trying to find a new place to live. They kind of terraformed this planet to fit their needs to make it work good for human consumption. And all of a sudden, they have these wardens who take on the control of certain animals. And Rook, he's he's the one that deals with the crows and everything. But each one has a different power with the helmet. They can control and talk to the animals. Things have gone haywire. They're trying to get this one individual, this mastermind who helped engineer this planet, trying to get him back on track so they can get him to kind of fix things, to kind of turn things around from the chaos that's ensuing. Right now, you got some crazy, wardens that, want the opposite, want something negative to happen. Ursa was the big bear warden. He was kind of like the mastermind, and he was doing a lot of disruptive stuff, and he's no longer there. He's gone. So now we're going to find out who the new villain is in these next couple series. But this is a really, really dope book. But just like everything that Ghost Machine is putting out, this is definitely something that you might want to pick up. And this is Rook Exodus #9 on Ghost Machine in Image. Got to shout out Image Comics because, they the ones that bring it all together. So that's what I picked up. So, I got more than enough to read. I still have to catch up on the Avengers main story. I still have to catch up on the Ultimate Spider-Man story and the Ultimates because I think the Ultimates probably ended and I'm already about to read, 2 years in. So I don't know. I got to figure it out so I can catch up. Definitely got to catch up with Moon Knight. Definitely got to catch up with Miles Morales. So, I got plenty enough to read that I can skip New Comic Book Day tomorrow. Y'all, any of y'all ever do that? Do y'all say, well, okay, I'm gonna skip this New Comic Book Day because I have so many stories that I need to catch up on first? Or do y'all be like me and y'all think that, but then when New Comic Book Day hit, y'all be like, nah, because if I don't go get it, I may not have access to it later. And I guess that's kind of like FOMO, fear of missing out. But anyway, I'm going to tell you about a couple of books that I'm going to pick up tomorrow. So I am definitely going to pick up Sam and Twitch, which is also on Image Comics. That's from the Spawn universe. Tomorrow, Sam and Twitch Case Files #20 comes out. And that villain that I was talking about in the previous one is actually on the cover of cover B, which is the Von Randall variant. That's the one that I definitely want. I've already messaged my girl Kat at Emerald City to let her know to get that particular issue for me. And yeah, I'm really excited about seeing what happens because basically this villain is somebody from a cold case, a case that they thought was closed, and it's either a copycat or the actual villain never was caught. So definitely anxious to read that one. All right, and the next book that I'm going to pick up is I'm going to catch up with Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu #15, the Borin Barin's nullified variant. I'm not sure if that's if that's going to be like a ratio variant or how many covers they have of that, but hopefully Miss Cat can get that one for me. I like that cover out of all of the covers that are coming out, so hopefully I can grab that one. I'm also going to pick up Daredevil and Punisher, The Devil's Trigger, issue #2. Issue #1 was a really good story. That's being written by Jimmy Palmiotti. Like I told you guys before, his office is right there in Emerald City, so I get to see him on a regular basis. And I haven't talked to him since I actually read issue 1, but I do want to let him know that this one is absolutely dope. I think he has another book out. I can't remember the name. By the time I put this video out, I'll put like a picture of it. It's like Pop something, but the covers are extremely racy, and a lot of people are loving those covers. But I'm not reading that story, and I'm not too like invested in it. But I wish him success on that because he the homie. Like I said, I was going to catch up on the Avengers because tomorrow Avengers number 33 comes out, and I'm not sure exactly what's going on at this point because, like I said before, I got to catch up. I'm 3 issues behind. So when this one comes out, but I know that it looks like the cover A, T'Challa is in the forefront. And so I'm ready to see exactly what's going on with that, and is he the central focus of this particular story? So we're gonna catch up with that. But speaking of T'Challa, the next book that I'm gonna pick up is Black Panther Intergalactic #1, and I guess this is kind of like a spin-off or whatever from Ta-Nehisi Coates' run. And I guess they're building, into this whole intergalactic thing. So the intergalactic emperor of Wakanda. Again, I don't know how I feel about all that because I remember when Eve L. Hewing wrote Black Panther back to her run, which I actually loved it. I thought it was dope as hell. I really enjoyed that series. I enjoyed them exploring burning T'Chaka in that particular city because I'm like all the other cities of Wakanda, because people think Wakanda is just this big place that everything is everything, but it's a country and it's broken down into cities, and as the cities are broken down like burning T'Chaka, there's a story to be told in each one, and that's what I enjoyed about that. I want to see that come back, and I want them to develop because they can develop so much from that. They can develop different spin-offs. I forget the other character's name that was helping T'Challa, but they can talk about that character. They can talk about other people that are there and make it a whole different story, but you're still loving the Wakandan universe as opposed to like, going out into space and, having them, fight against Skrulls or whoever else they're, going to be going up against. But this is being written by Victor LaValle, which I like his work. You guys might remember him from writing Eve. That was with the little girl and the bear. What else did he write? He did Imperial War by Black Panther, so I guess that's going to be an extension. He did Destroyer back in the day. That was on Boom Studios. I think he wrote Sabretooth back in 2022, and it's a couple of other things that he's been on. He's been around. He's not new to this, so we're in for a treat with him writing it. I just don't know how I feel about the whole intergalactic thing, so I guess we will just see. We'll see when it comes about. So that's going to be something I pick up. I'm also excited to get Exquisite Corpses #8. Seeing who's going to fall off, who's going to get knocked off. I'm hoping that I get one of the poly bags so I can get another card. I don't know if anybody else is reading this other than, my man Kenya. Shout out to Kenya. And I don't know if he even is collecting the cards. We never talked about it. So I don't know if he's collecting the cards that go with the Exquisite Corpses, the poly bag version. But the covers for that is insane. There's so many different covers. I have purposely tried to avoid really messing with them because it's like that your pocket gonna hurt because there's a lot of dope covers for this particular book. The story is great. The story is really dope. And if you don't know about the story, again, I'm gonna tell you, it's these different families who are at the top of the food chain. They're the 1% or whatever, but they decide to they're trying to figure out who's going to be the leader of their group and run the United States, basically. So they get these killers, these psychos, and they take them to this town and they let them just do what they do. They're on a killing spree, killing like innocent people in the town. The town is locked down where people can't, leave. The phones are cut off and all this other stuff. And they're killing each other. And basically they're keeping score. And whoever's the last man standing, whatever family that person represents, then that's who the family that's going to end up running the United States for, I think, the next 5 years or something like that. But yeah, it's a great story. I definitely know that this is going to be a movie. It has to be a movie because it's really that dope. So yeah, you guys check that out too. Exquisite Corpses #8. And if you're new to it, if you're just jumping on, talk to me about it. Yo, let's chop it up about it, because like I say, it's a lot of dope stuff that I'm reading. And I think that, maybe doing like advertising, let people know that I'm going to do a live in some of the books that I want to talk about, because I just want to talk about the stories. I love the storytelling. Yes, I love the art. Yes, I love the covers, interiors, all of that. But the stories be what really making the books to me makes the book valuable. Because I'm like, if you have a book that has like a crappy cover and nobody ain't gonna want to read it. But if you have a book that is a really dope read and it has okay covers, people gonna still slide in and grab that book, I think, anyway. All right, and finally, the last book I'm gonna talk about that I'm picking up for tomorrow, I'm gonna pick up 30 Days of Night, Falling Sun by my man Rodney Barnes. I just talked about the Rodney verse. This is on IDW Dark, and pretty much this is the synopsis. I want to read it to you because this is whoever wrote it is they laid it out. So the sun has set on Barrow. Vampire, that's where in Alaska, the city that this takes place in. Vampires stalk the unsuspecting town for the first time in over 2 decades, and nothing can stop their leader, Vladimir, from avenging his brother Vicente. Meanwhile, far south in sunny Los Angeles, Jalen's old gang is on the hunt. My son named Jalen. And they're just as hungry for vengeance. The dark of night can't hide Jalen from his past, and he's in for a rude, blood-soaked awakening. Writer Rodney Barnes from Philadelphia, Batman Full Moon fame, and a whole lot more, and artist Chris Sheehan of House of Slaughter and the Autumnal. That's not a word. Autumnal? I don't know. I got a friend named Autumn. What's up, Autumn? I'm gonna tell her to watch this too. Anyway, go back. And artist Chris Sheehan dare you to survive Barrow After Dark in the oversized second issue of this cult classic revival. And if you don't know, 30 Days of Night was a movie, and I think Josh Hartnett played in it. To me, it was a dope movie. It's one of my favorite vampire movies. I absolutely love it. It's probably in my top 10 in horror movies. And this is picking up on that. And I guess this is like the town after, after the whole events from the last time with Josh Hartnett. So I'm anxious to read this. Not only that, but it's going to be a definite treat because this one is 48 pages. If you know comic books, you normally get 32 to 36 pages at the most, and this one is a 48 pager. So definitely something to pick up. The price says $5.99, and it's Rodney Barnes, and it's definitely going to be worth it. I'm picking up the cover B, the Damian Worm variant. And it's funny because the little girl that's on the cover there, she looks like the little girl from the Spawn universe. I forget her name. She's the one that I'm reading, Sherry Johnson or something like that. I can't remember, but yeah. So I'm not knowing if that's who that is or they just put her on the cover or what the case may be. But yeah, that's definitely going to be exciting to pick up tomorrow. So that's what I'm picking up tomorrow. Those are my pulls. Those are the things that I picked up. I showed you guys what I picked up in the last couple of weeks, and just really trying to catch up on what's going on with Evolutionary Comics. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys read something dope tomorrow. Hope you guys leave a comment. Talk to me about some of the books that I've been putting out or some of the books that I've been talking about, and let's chop it up. Always like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and shout out to everybody who's done so far. So far. I appreciate you. Continue to evolve, and always, it's your man Jay, and this Evolutionary Comics, baby. Peace.